everyone. My name is Shobhika Pathak, and this year I have secured AIR 37 in the Civil Services examination. I'll briefly talk about my overall strategy in the basic process flow itself. So we'll start with the mains. Now moving on to mains, for GS paper 1, my strategy used to be very easy and simple because that particular subject has a lot of papers which involve prelims based subjects. So if you have done your prelims properly, if you have covered your foundation books properly, then that would automatically translate into an easier preparation for mains. So you pick up the syllabus and you prepare one-pager notes for every line of the syllabus. Now, how would one do that? For that, you need to look at the previous year questions of every topic. So these days, that consolidated material of PYQs divided into different subjects of the syllabus is easily available. So you can download that, and while preparing notes for every topic of the syllabus for any paper, you should keep in mind that your notes should be sufficient enough to answer questions that have already come from that topic. So that would make your preparation more streamlined. So this is how I covered all the GS papers. In fact, my preparation would always revolve around previous year question papers and the questions that have already come. If I talk about the sources, then paper 1, apart from the prelims based books, for world history, you can pick up any relevant consolidated material which is available by different sources. And Indian society also, I have my optional as sociology. So a lot of things would get overlapped because of that, and I was fairly confident about it. But if one has a different optional, then you can always Google those terms and prepare a very simple introduction, simple analysis of the issue. Let's say you're talking about Indian family, then what are the dimensions that one should look at? You should focus on elderly people within the family, you should focus on women issues, you should focus on children issues and the dynamics between generations, how they are changing. So this is how one can prepare for every subject of the syllabus. Moving on to paper 2, the polity part is more or less confined to your Lakshmikant, but there is a difference in the way one reads Lakshmikant for prelims as well as mains. So when you're reading for prelims, of course you're focusing on facts and you're focusing on let's say election of president, you're focusing on who all are the people who feature in the electoral college. But if one has to read Lakshmikant for mains, from mains point of view, then you should be able to have sufficient points. And how you're going to have enough points is to read every topic 2 to 3 times and then make notes. That those notes can be just 2 to 3 keywords, so that one day before your mains exam, or maybe in the gap between paper 1 and paper 2, you should just be able to flip through your notes and then quickly revise. What are the pointers that one should have in mind for constitutional emergency or financial emergency? So this is how one has to prepare for mains. For international relations, again, it's very, very current oriented. So you should be very well aware of the current affairs for that particular year. And there is no book as such that you can refer to. Previous year question papers for polity and governance part become very important. Not so much for international relations, but if you look at the question bank for polity and governance, we do see a pattern of a certain kind of questions or topics being very important and relevant from exam point of view. So that will also streamline your preparation. Paper 3 again is very, very, very current driven. So no particular source as such, but if you follow your current affairs and you pick up each word of the syllabus, each line of the syllabus, and again have one-pager notes. You can just Google that topic, write UPSC at the end of it, and you will get enough content and enough material. Now you should read that material and see what are the things relevant from exam point of view, and that exercise can be done if you see the previous year question papers. So any particular subject that you read, just take out the syllabus on one side and Google and the previous year question papers on one side, and from the two of them you should be able to come up with a very precise material which you will be revising for that particular subject throughout the year, as well as one day before the exam. Paper 4 is something that is very personal, and of course there is no particular textbook that one can refer to for ethics. But what you can do differently in that paper is to practice a lot of case studies. You should have, if you don't have any particular source from where you can practice those papers, then just pick up the previous year question papers from 2013 onwards, and you will realize that all possible kinds of case study scenarios have been covered. So if you are able to write answers to all the questions from 2013 onwards, specifically with regard to case studies, that means your preparation is more or less sound. For section A, you should focus on adding a lot of dimensions for those questions. So every question of section A should not seem like an introduction, body and conclusion. The body, yes, introduction and conclusion has to be there, but the body should be slightly different. So maybe in some question you can talk about, you can analyze that question from personal setting, professional setting. In some questions you can go for impact on self, impact on community living, impact on nation, impact globally. So these are the different dimensions that one can go for, which will make your answer look more holistic.